educational type.
I don't have a prepared invitation for this evening. I do have a question about that. Since I've been here, I haven't seen anybody give a formal invitation in any of these meetings, but I read that that's what you do. Is that something we generally practice or not here?
Well, it's kind of become a little bit loose. We let whoever does it decide what they think is appropriate.
Okay.
We, in the past, we have done prayers, but we also have in the past done nothing or just an inspirational talk. And with a more international group, we can kind of decide how we want to do it. It's something we could bring up and decide if, make a formal program.
Okay.
Right now, we're just kind of, if you want to give a word of inspiration, that works. If not, then just do the pledge. We've done that numerous times also.
I have no words of inspiration other than thank you for coming tonight, everybody. This is the biggest audience I've seen yet. And to the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. As far as club business, one piece of old business that's also partially new business. As I've mentioned before, I think that we would like to do a speech crafters in January or February. And I think that a number of people have come to me and said that they would be enjoying to do that. So I was thinking that next week after the meeting, we can spend 5 or 10 minutes just going over quickly, electing who we want to have in what position, and maybe just get some idea of where we want to go real quick. So that will be our first meeting of that group. So any of you who are interested in being a part of it, if you can't attend, let me know, and I'll put in any information that you want me to use. If you can attend, please be there at that time, and we will work with that. Is there any other new business that we want to bring forward at this time? I don't have any more old business. We can bring forward some new business. No new business? All right. Looks like we might have to find us another table. We're expanding here. We can actually pull one of these tables up and move this back just a little bit if you want. Another one. Okay, a little bit of disorganization. Good disorganization. Good kind of disorganization. All right. So I guess we'll get straight into the educational program and start with our Toastmaster of the evening. Our Toastmaster this evening is a longtime member of Hilltoppers Toastmasters, probably the oldest member of Hilltoppers in the group this evening. He is an educator and a speaker and a wonderful person all around. I'd like to introduce our Toastmaster, Mr. Julius Armstrong.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, one of the guests. Tonight we have two speeches. And before we start, we want to go ahead and review the agenda. The word of the day will be given by our grammarian Mark DeVoe. Mark DeVoe, what's the word of the day?
I would tell you that the word of the day is plethora. So plethora is an excessive amount, a very large amount, or number.
Okay, so throughout the evening, let's try to use the word plethora. Get started. We have a plethora of membership tonight, so that's great for our group. Yeah, paper topic would be, we had originally been R, but now it's going to be John. Is that correct?
I think you were, that was a decision you were making and not coming in. But I can read them out of the book if you want me to. It doesn't matter.
So
I would just
you already had some headphones prepared. Okay, well, that's right. Our timer will be 10. The time for this will have an education overview by Adam Strang. Tonight, our first speech will be by Yasha. She will be, the title of her speech is, You Can Be the Change. It will be about saving the environment. And this is her fourth speech out of it. Okay. It's going to be Luke. Luke will be his fifth speech out of the Public Communication Manual. Nobody speaks. Title of his speech is Coast Guard Mission. We're going to welcome Luke.
All right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters members. I don't think we have any guests in the crowd tonight. The Coast Guard is an organization that has a plethora of Coast Guard missions for 11 community acts. So tonight, I'll going to talk about the 11 missions of the Coast Guard, and then I'm going to go in a little bit of detail and facts about what each mission does, and tell you a little bit about what the Coast Guard does on a daily basis for each mission. So, the first mission is going to be ports, waterways, and coastal security. So to do this, the Coast Guard protects these areas by setting security zones, safety zones, providing escorts for ships or anything that the military needs, a high value asset. We also conduct law enforcement boarding, and I was at a unit called the Maritime Safety and Security Team, which is out of Seattle, Washington, and this unit specialized in security zones. You would set them locally, and we would also set them around the United States. Some of the more notable ones that we got to go do was when President Obama would go vacation in Hawaii every year. They would send us down and we would set waterside security in the harbor there around the house we would stay in every year. So that's a nice little Hawaii vacation. The other one was they sent us down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where we did a 6-month deployment and we were the waterside security for the U.S. States. So in a typical day, for this mission, the Coast Guard provides the presence and all major ports. It does 4 security boardings on high interest vessels. And now these vessels, high interest vessels, are different than regular LE boardings. High interest vessels are vessels that we have intelligence on, and we will specifically go out, target, find, board for data retrieval. And it also provides 1 military escort for a military ship. The next is drug interdiction. This can go from anything from small boats up to large cutters, bringing in personal amounts up to hundreds and hundreds of pounds of cocaine, marijuana, various other drugs. In this picture, you can see a helicopter here, and this helicopter is typically outfitted with a gunner on board. And part of this picture is looking at the vessel right here, with a go-fast vessel, with the drug running vessel. The ripples you see in the water going across, that's the gunner and the helicopter doing warning shots across the bow of the go-fast vessel, basically saying, hey, you need to stop before you next step. So in a typical day, the Coast Guard keeps a half-ton of cocaine off the streets. Next is aid and navigation. Lawrence's favorite here. So when I first came in the Coast Guard, I was on a 225-foot ship called the Coast Guard Coast Guard. The Kodiak, Alaska. I spent a year and a half in Kodiak, Alaska, and traveled all over the Bering Sea, Alaska, and chain, and we would pull and fix 8 navigation. So a typical day, it services 115 buoys and takes care of about 27 other discrepancies. So search and rescue, this is Coast Guard's bread and butter. Search and rescue, in my mind, is not just small boats or anything like that. It's almost every cutter does search and rescue in some aspect. It might not be their main mission, but it's like a secondary or tertiary mission. So a typical day, the Coast Guard saves 11 lives, conduct 66 search and rescue cases, saves $433,000 in property, and that's 84% of mariners and danger. Next, living marine resources and law enforcement. This focuses primarily on commercial fishing vessels. So the 87-foot patrol boat that I just left in control of from here, our main mission was law enforcement and search and rescue. So we would go out and target these commercial fishing vessels, and we get on board to make sure that they're in compliance with all federal law regulations, protecting their gear, their catch, their nets, and we're also checking the credentials of everybody on board to make sure that it's been on board. So in a typical day, Coast Guard board 15 fishing vessels and ensures compliance with fisheries laws. Next, marine safety. This is the same thing as LMR that we just went over. LMR basically talks about commercial vessels. Marine safety is more recreational vessels. So we did commercial vessels, but we would board all vessels. So we would go out and board recreational vessels. So that's like you guys going out on the water for a day to have fun. So we get on board, we're checking the seaworthiness of the vessel, we're checking the safety gear and provisions. So in a typical day, we inspect 192 commercial vessels, investigates 13 marine accidents, and issues 230 credentials to merchant. So defense readiness. I don't know a lot about this category. This is more of an overseas category. I do have a couple buddies that are stationed in Bahrain though that have completed these missions. Typical day has 6 patrol boats and 400 personnel protecting Iraqi maritime oil infrastructure. It says training Iraqi forces and enforcing UN sanctions in the Arabian Gulf. Now the deployment I told you guys going 2 months on the base, but this is the exact boat that I drove the entire 6 month deployment out there. We had a valve gun and we got 2 guns in each quarter as well. Migrant interdiction, so this is going to deal with down south in Key West. Miami area. I don't have any specific experience with migrants, but I got a lot of friends who have. It's definitely a sad situation because a lot of these people that are trying to get into the U.S. are coming over in pretty deplorable conditions, and the state of the vessels and how many people they pack on board, and you got a lot of women and children too, so it's a sad case. On a typical day, interdicts 14 undocumented migrants trying to enter the United States. So marine environmental protection. This is the unit that I'm at now. I'm at the Gulf Strike Team in Mobile, Alabama. We focus on hazardous materials response or releases and emergency disaster management. So we respond to anything that's chemical, biological, radiological in nature. In a typical day, we investigate 11 pollution incidents, inspect 55 hazmat containers or hazardous materials containers, and inspects 30 foreign vessels for compliance with international laws. Ice operations. The Coast Guard's got 3 main icebreakers: the Coast Guard Cutter Polar Sea, the Coast Guard Cutter Polar Star, and the Coast Guard Cutter Kiwi. I was on board the Coast Guard Cutter Polar Sea. I did 3 years in Seattle, Washington. Got to travel all over the world in this boat. I spent 6 months on one deployment at the South Pole in Antarctica, breaking ice through McMurdo Station, where we would then escort freighters up and down the channel to resupply the base there. I also made 4 north trips on this, and 3 of them went up above the North Pole. Last is other law enforcement. This basically deals with international law and foreign vessels and everything like that. My experience with this was on the 87 patrol boat. It would send us down to run border patrol of Mexico and U.S. line. We literally would drive our boat right down the side of the line, and you'd watch illegal fishermen dart back over to the Mexican side. We would chase them. We would pick up their empty nets just full of dead fish, and they're just fishing illegally, killing all sorts of things. So if you were caught one of them on U.S. soil, that could have been an example of international law. So those are the 11 missions of the Coast Guard. And my time is up. And that's it.
Well, good information. Luke was aware that the Coast Guard did all of those activities. These brothers always watching. You can't go anywhere. Next speaker is along the lines of what Luke was talking about. He was talking about protecting the environment. Now, next speaker will be speaking about protecting the environment. The speaker titled "You Can Be the Change, Saving the Environment." You help me working that sheet.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters. Good evening, everyone. Instead of the approaching holiday season, I will initiate today's speech with a game. We can do the candies part later on. So here's the question. Hurricane Patricia, melting glaciers, California wildfires. Can any of you spot the connect between the three? Mr. Toastmaster, would you like to take a break? Hurricane Patricia, melting glaciers, and California wildfires. Luke?
Climate change.
Yeah, very close, global warming. But there's also another connect which most of us fail to see, and that is you can be the Captain Planet and save the Earth from the devastation. For very long have we been playing the blame game, blaming industries for the change. But you'll be surprised by how significantly can you make a change and save the planet through your daily activities. But let's go down and see what went wrong. For humans, the greenhouse effect is a very vital physical phenomenon, without which the Earth would be in a deep freeze and life as we know today would not exist. As a matter of fact, there would be no Toastmasters at Carpe Diem every Monday. But like most good things, too much of greenhouse effect can be harmful. Even some extra carbon dioxide, methane, and other heat-absorbing gases into the atmosphere, and it's like pulling a layer of extra cozy comforter over the Earth. And as a result, what you have is the Earth gets warmer, ice sheets and glaciers melt, and the sea levels rise. The extra energy in the atmosphere leads to powerful and strong storms that give rise to tempests which wash away Vermont towns and bring walls of water into the suburbs of Manhattan. Suddenly, the climate change is no longer about the polar bear or distant northern violence. It's about the mold in your baby's crib. We are already close to the point of no return, but you, me, and everyone else in this room can be the change. Often has light been thrown on similar topics, but one fails to realize the importance of it unless you experience it. So was the case with me until a couple of weeks back when I was introduced to this app called the Green Challenge, which helped me realize how my small changes in my habits can make a huge difference and help me save the environment. I will show you some amazing ways backed with proven statistics on how we can be the change. So here's another question. Where do most of us spend majority of our time? I think the most agreeable answer would be our homes. So the sound of running water can be soothing, but I'm sure you can get to our daily grooming activities without it. So if you brush twice a day, which I hope most of you do, so that amount of water can really add up. Next time, be smart. Turn off that water when you're brushing or shaving, and you'll be surprised to know that the amount of water you save up annually is equivalent to 6,000 teacups of water. Who really enjoys these old yellow bulbs I see on them? They are fast coming, eating away your electricity. So be smart and replace it with CFL. They provide much better light and also help you save electricity. A statistical fact here, the amount of electricity you save by replacing these bulbs with CFL is equivalent to the energy you would use for watching 946 hours of television. So now here's another one. Most of us like to turn our washing machines into hot wash, but say, if the tag on your t-shirt asks you to jump off the bridge, would you jump? No. Likewise, most of the t-shirts or clothes do not require warm washing. Cold wash does a good job. So use cold wash and save energy that will help you bake 303 frozen pizzas. Now, I understand that it's human psychology, and I understand that the bills at home you have to shell out the bills for at home. But what about work? Just because the bill is someone else's responsibility, the environment still remains yours. So let me give you a few smart ways to save money as well as saving the environment. I think most of you would know that the name screensaver is only a misnomer. I assume that it's fun zooming through all the super hyperspace, but be smart and turn off your monitors, and you can save your company some galactic credits or some dollars. The next time you go to office, try carpooling with someone. Not only will you save on gas, but you'll also help the Alabama Department of Transportation in saving money that it can from road widening strategies. Now, what if I also told you that along with saving environment, you can also save some extra calories? I'm sure that will impress a lot of health enthusiasts here. There's nothing like riding a bike, going back to the childhood, feeling the wind in your helmet. It's actually the most civilized form of transportation, and it's going to save you from being in the gridlock and the hunt for parking. So basically, next time, bike around this wonderful city. It's going to be a good experience, I promise you. Here's the last one for me. Go healthy by embracing Meatless Monday. And you can save 16,000 gallons of water on an annual basis. You heard me right, 16,000 gallons of water. Because that is the water that goes in right from feeding the cattle to processing it and then cooking all the meat. There are so many ways, ways to save the environment, and of which I have mentioned only a very few, which could easily be made into a habit. The sobering truth is that the planet has already been responding faster than expected. Fighting climate change should be our top priority, and every individual's contribution counts. We must not forget that we have not inherited this planet from our forefathers. We have only borrowed it from our children. So it is only humans that can preserve its prestige. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm sorry. Write on a piece of paper your ratings, and you can take it home.
All right, count me in. I'm in. Everybody else, I'm in. Let's say this. But a lot of those things I'm going to be doing. Some of them questionable about riding the bike to work. I don't know about that. Some of those other things are real tough to do. Okay, at this time, we'll have our table topics, and we'll be learning table topics by Jeff.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. So for table topics tonight, I have a book, and I guess the easiest way to do this is pick a volunteer before I read the questions. That sounds fair? I don't know how many we want to do. We have a plethora of them in here. About 100 to be exact. So first volunteer. Mr. Crompton. Very simple one. Very open-ended question. What makes you happy? Why?
Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, happiness is a personal matter. Each of us have our own way of receiving and expressing happiness. So this is the kind of question that can really lead to in many different directions. Me, I personally really enjoy doing numerous things I enjoy meeting new people. That makes me happy. I enjoy doing new things, going to new places. These things all make me happy. I'm basically a happy person all the time. People sometimes wonder why I always have such a good attitude, but I decided a long time ago that I was going to be, I had two choices in life. I can be happy or not. And if I choose to be happy, I should be happy. If I choose to be unhappy, then what's the use? So I decided to be happy, and I started looking for things that would make me happy. And lo and behold, everywhere I looked, there were things that made me happy. So, Mr. Topic Master, I would have to say that Toastmasters makes me happy.
So the next volunteer. And for you, why are people afraid to fail? Okay. Why are people afraid to fail? I believe that people are afraid to fail because failure, a lot of people think that failing actually makes them fail. And I believe that actually failure is something that happens, and it happens to different people, but it actually doesn't make you a failure. You can learn from failure, and then that really doesn't make it a failure if you actually learn from it. It actually makes it, a success because you can try again, you get better at it. So another thing is that I believe that if you fail fast, then you can learn. You can learn from the past and actually become a success fast. Thank you. Very well said. The next volunteer. I'll have to preface it with this. This is a very interesting question.
Volunteer.
The question is, finish this sentence. If I were the opposite gender, I would. That's a tough one. All right. This is Toastmasters. Why are we opposite gender? I suppose I've enjoyed certain elements of my life. Women, it seems like. I'm thin, I can tell. One preference thing women seems like is often they're more with their friendships, work with their emotions, they tend to admit their failures more, they express their feelings more. Being a guy is always an obstacle about seeming weak in front of your peers. So I think that'd be one perk of being a woman, that ability to be a little bit less uptight at times. On the other hand, I am a big fan of many things about being a guy. I mean, drinking beer, watching football, just love that. Some of the girls can do that too. Also, something to be careful about now. Another thing that I've been doing this lately is something called grappling. You get to is where you learn how to submit your opponent using jiu-jitsu, using arm locks, choke methods. And I think it'd be a bit strange if I were a girl grappling guys. It doesn't have to be a guy and have everybody do that, but so, this is Topic Master. You handle that far better than I can. For the next question. This is for you, Mr. Strange. Based on the previous conversation we had at the beginning, this is a fair question. If you didn't need to sleep, how would your life be different?
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. If I didn't need to sleep, how would my life be different? Well, I would be exhausted right now. Number one, not being a person of being a plethora of sleep, if you will. I think I would probably read more books. I think I'd be more educated. Maybe a doctor. I think there'll be a myriad of things that I can do. Learn new language, German perhaps, which will become handy in my work. Too many things to list. Stay up all night with a telescope, watching the stars. Too many things to list. I don't know, there's always late night television. Wonderful. There's lots of things to do. Yeah, I didn't have to do it. Thank you.
Maybe two, you could have another 10 minutes. One more.
One more. Last volunteer. Okay, what's the question? The question is, with all the craziness going on in the world right now, globally, if you had to leave this country, if you had to leave, where would you choose to live?
Mr. Toastmaster, with all the craziness going on in the world today, where would I go outside this country if I was given an opportunity to escape from craziness? There's a plethora of craziness going on, and there's a plethora of countries that I can go to. But even though I have been overseas once in my life, right now, if I were to leave to another country, I would simply go to Canada. Close to home, relatively close to home. And the culture is not too far off from what it is in this country. Not saying I wouldn't go to other countries in other situations, but just for this purpose, I would just go to Canada until there's a reason to leave there. Mr. Toastmaster.
Okay, so that concludes the evening's table topic discussion. So I turn it back over to Mr. Toastmaster.
That was a good topic. You had some good answers, difficult questions, a good responses. At this time, we're going to move into the evaluation portion of the meeting. We have two speakers. First, each evaluator will be Maurice. He will be evaluating Luke.
Fellow Toastmasters, I'll be evaluating Luke Green's speech. And it's from the Competent Communication Manual, speech number 5, Your Body Speaks. The things that were to be accomplished with use stance, movement, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to express the message and achieve the speech purpose, make body language smooth and natural, focus on methods of delivery, as well as speech content. As far as the speech content, he had excellent speech content, and the subject was easy to understand and it was easy to learn from. His eye contact was good. I observed him, looked at different people as he went through his speech. He didn't spend too much time looking just one spot or one person. He looked all around. As far as body language, it was smooth and natural. I see that the manual emphasizes on the hand gestures that are supposed to be more specific for a more specific purpose. As far as I saw, that his hand gestures were, he went with the flow, and except for when he was going to visual aids, I don't know if you had paired for real specific hand motion, like Coach said. It says move both your hands in unison, show similarities, move them in opposition to show differences. I don't know whether that's prepared for that, but everything, but it was his speech was good, his body language was natural, his stance was natural, his being a petty officer. But overall, his speech was a good speech. Purpose. He achieved the purpose of his speech, and I'm pretty sure we all learned from
The general evaluator?
Oh, yeah.
You bring up the other
Yeah.
evaluator?
Meeting started on time. Each portion went smoothly. We had a few moments where the lectern was briefly vacant. Otherwise, the meeting went pretty well. At this time, we will have the second speaker. Okay, second speaker. Oh, Adam. Second evaluation. At this time, we'll have the second evaluation from that.
The second speaker was Chicken. She did a wonderful job, I thought, and how she presented it. And the project is Project 4 of the Communicator. The title is How to Say It. And the objectives are is to select the right word and sentence structure to accommodate your idea clearly, accurately, and vividly. And I think she did that. Use the 12 devices to enhance and emphasize your ideas, eliminate jargon and unnecessary words, and use correct grammar. And I think she did all of those very well. It was very entertaining speech. She used short words, she used short sentences, and short paragraphs. Again, it was very entertaining speech. She had good momentum and good rhythm to the speech, and I found it very enjoyable. I think there really was on two parts. Very good. Unlike myself, I would use a button.
Yeah, at this time we'll have the grammarian's report.
To be on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I I'm a little disappointed in the Google Hang as it has frozen up on me many, many times. So I wasn't able to capture everything, but I'll go through what I did get. The word of the use was used a plethora of times because we have a plethora of people here. I got Adam, Maurice, Julius, Luke, and John. Did anybody else say it? And Google Hangout was, oh, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I missed probably half of Yoshika's. I apologize for missing that.
Well, you should use Skype next time. It's better.
Okay.
All right. As far as grammatically incorrect, there was a time in Luke's speech where he said the Coast Guard got icebreakers, and it should be Coast Guard has icebreakers. It's not grammatically incorrect, but I recommend that you never end your speech with "my time is up."
Noted.
Lawrence, you used the word, there were numerous things that make me happy, and the word of the day was plethora. It wasn't incorrect to say numerous, but you would have gotten a little check mark if you'd said plethora. And Maurice, you said the meeting was going pretty well. It just doesn't sound right to use the word pretty. The meeting was going well. And that's all I was able to capture.
Okay, at this time, we will have the timers report.
Timers report, the meeting started promptly at 7 o'clock. The business meeting started at 7:02. That portion ended at 7:05. With the speeches, first was Luke. His time was 7 minutes 56 seconds. Yasi was next. Her time was 7 minutes 7 seconds. The table topic, Mr. Lawrence had 1 minute 31 seconds. Joe was 54 seconds. JR was 1 minute 23 seconds. Adam was 1 minute 13 seconds. Maurice was 1 minute 11 seconds. Then the evaluation. When Maurice was speaking of Luke's speech, he was 2 minutes 37 seconds. Then when he did the general evaluation portion of his speech was 25 seconds. When Adam was evaluating Yashi's speech, that was 1 minute 9 seconds. And when Mr. Mark was doing the general evaluation of the speech test, what is it? The Marion report, sorry, he did 2 minutes 8 seconds. And that's the comment report.
And that concludes the general evaluation. Mr.
The meeting has gone well tonight, and we have time for an education overview, and that will be given by Adam Trump.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. I will be speaking tonight on my new role as treasurer. However, I almost took up Lawrence on his suggestion, a topic that I know well. Okay. Part of my new role as treasurer, I will oversee accounts. I will be prepared at the beginning of the meetings to take payment and to ensure that a budget is prepared and all financial records and reports as necessary to be prepared for the meeting. Collect any payable membership renewal dues from fees, and fees from the members. Present the club financial report when called upon or when necessary. Reconcile the cost of expenditures and cash on hand each month. Issue checks to cover club expenditures, as of course this one that we have, that we utilize each week. Receive all bills and other financial correspondence for the club. And those are the main responsibilities of treasurer. At this time, we will turn the meeting over to our president, Lawrence.
Well, we're a little bit early, and hopefully we all won't mind being a little bit early. There's a few things that I would like to include in a little bit of education, just because I happen to notice it. Well, first of all, I wanted to welcome Alana again. I'm glad that you could come and enjoy a evening with us here at Hilltoppers. Thank you very much. Another couple of things that I would like to bring up. One thing I noticed is that in not just this meeting, but in other meetings, that we sometimes forget to bring our manual. If you want to get your credit for anything that you do during the meeting, it's a good idea to have your manual. Excuse me. Then we'll be able to sign you off. Either our Vice President of Education is not always here, so I can sign off for him. As the president, I can sign off what you have done that day. So that will make it so that it's easier for you and for us to keep track of what you are doing, so that you can get your award in a prompt and timely fashion. One other thing I would like to mention, this evening we didn't have a problem, but in the past we have also had meetings where we did not have speakers show up. So it's a good idea that anyone who has their manual can prepare pocket speeches. Get your speech ready. The next speech, even though it might not be due for weeks ahead of time. And then if something comes up and someone doesn't show up, you can jump in and get the credit for your speeches, and again, get your manual finished in a timely manner. So anyway, those are the things I just thought I would bring up and let you know about. Did you have anything that you'd like to speak about this evening, Carlotta? Any news from?
It is time to do the club evaluations. They are due before November 30th. So I'll be getting with you as president to go over the material so I can submit it via Toastmasters online.
Okay.
But everything's going well, and I was not able to come a lot last month, but as I told you, I have obligations for years on Monday night, so sometimes. And then I had other things come up, so I'll come as much as I can.
Okay.
And anytime you need help or any assistance, please let me know. I'm the area director for 3 clubs in this area, and also I'm here to help us with you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else that anyone else has for the good of the meeting?
Yeah, Lawrence.
Yes, go ahead.
For next week's meeting, I just wanted to go over the major roles. I switched out John Beecham. So John Beecham is given his icebreaker. You okay with that, John?
Ugh. Can I say maybe and respond by 6 o'clock next Monday night?
Well, based on Lauren's
try to put
comment, I would say no.
I'll try to put something together.
Okay. And John Griswold, I've got you down for the third speech. Get to the point. Just a reminder for everybody, when you give a speech, make sure that you have the right manual identified in each you speak, and also the title of your speech. I've got to have the title of the speech, the date, and which manual it is in order to submit you for the Competent Communicator Award. And it's a lot easier to do it as you go than to try and remember what it was months later. Toastmaster is scheduled to be Luke Green. And General Evaluator is scheduled to be Adam Strange. So I appreciate there's quite a few of you that have already confirmed your attendance for next week. I would ask that everybody, if you can look through the remainder of the year and any meeting that you know you're not going to be attending, go ahead and indicate that on Easy Street. That way when I assign a role, the system won't let me assign it if you're not going to be there.
Hey, Mark. Could I postpone a week or two for that speech?
Thank you, Carlos.
That's the last opportunity to tell.
I think he grows up.
Right.
So you want to put it off for a week or two?
I prefer to. Get them an off speak.
Okay, who will volunteer to give a speech next week then?
So Julius.
Joyous? Okay, I will swap Mr. Beecham for Mr. Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Once again, don't forget to put in a few extra minutes on your schedule for tomorrow, for next week's meeting. After the meeting, even if you're not going to be part of the planning committee, we're more than welcome to join us for that few minutes after the meeting where we talk about what we want to do with the speech crafters in January. If nobody else has it, or if there is nothing else for the good of the order, going once, going twice, thank you very much for attending.